Good Wednesday morning. Amy Jacobson here. John Anthony in for the lovely Dan Proft, too. I don't know if he's golfing. I don't know. I didn't ask this time.
Love that blues.
Pardon?
I love that sound that Evan now is playing.
What are you talking about? I leave for a day.
You didn't hear the blues? You didn't hear the music?
Oh, I did hear the
intro?
music. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Evan we're training him to be
Yeah.
a new technical director.
Yeah.
For some show.
Oh, hey.
But anywho, all right. Failed President Biden, by the way, is taking a victory lap on the economy. Did you see him out there yesterday?
I did.
You know, being Biden, trying to get a legacy or find a legacy or hire a legacy.
Next month, my administration will end and a new administration will begin. Most economists agree the new administration is going to inherit a fairly strong economy. And also learn something from Donald Trump. He signed checks for people for $7,400 because we passed the plan. And I didn't, stupid.
Why does he whisper so much?
I don't know. With that, let's welcome back to the program Stephen Moore, noted economist and author of the Trump Economic Miracle and the Plan to Unleash Prosperity Again. He did that with Art Laffer. Good morning, Stephen Moore. How are you?
Good morning, guys. I'm just celebrating what a great economy, Joe Biden is handing off to Donald Trump. I mean, he must be so appreciative, President Trump, about that. But look, I mean, this is a laughable press conference that Biden had yesterday. He's talking about how great the economy is. But I just wrote a column on this about what I call the deadly 3 Ds of the Biden administration. And those 3 Ds are debt, deficits, and declining incomes. And I think, all 3 of those were a disaster for Biden, the reason he and Kamala Harris lost the election. And I think he'll go down in history as one of the worst modern-day presidents in our lifetime.
But what he said there in that soundbite, he said President Trump gave everybody $7,400. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's stupid. And then he's pointing to his brain saying, like, duh, stupid does, as stupid is.
Well, he was saying, baby, I don't like it when Donald Trump or Joe Biden or any politician hands out free money to people, because the only way they can hand out $1 to you is to take $1 from me. It's that simple. There's no free money. I think that these politicians in Washington think there's some kind of tooth fairy that just passes out free money. And so we've talked about this 100 times on your show, but the reason that inflation went from 1.5% to 9.1% under Trump's term was that, under Biden's term, is that he had this massive $5 trillion spending spree, all funded by printing money. And it all came to, back to bite him in the ass, because that's the reason people were so angry. Americans hate inflation. And, how many times have we talked about this over the last few years, Amy, where you tell me how much things cost in the grocery store, and I can't believe what things cost today.
Well, they still haven't gone down, though. Goldfish, it was
they're not going to go down. I hate
$4.99, then it was $11.99. Now, wait, hear me out. I was at the Jewels the other day, $8.99. So it is doubled. So it tripled, and now it's doubled of what it used to be for a box of goldfish.
Why are you buying goldfish?
Well, because they're a great snack.
Goldfish standard. Are there gold in those goldfish?
I know.
Real gold. At that price, you'd expect so.
But are we ever going to go back to normal?
Well,
or is this our new reality?
I think, unfortunately, it is the new reality. In other words, I think the price level has permanently adjusted to this higher level. But the key for Trump is to make sure it doesn't keep going up. And, look, the Federal Reserve Board believes that the 2% is the right amount for prices to go up per year, and I'm generally with that. I think that's just a very narrow path that keeps up with the increase in productivity of providing services. But the problem is when you get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9% inflation, that just is a killer for American families. And the average family lost about $2,500 in purchasing power during Biden's term. So how can he take a victory lap on that?
I know. Well, he's not going to be paid. He's not going to have any paid speaking engagements when he's gone. And I don't even think they're going to have a presidential library for him.
Give a speech. Well, Delaware will probably have a presidential library for him. But look, it's a sad, because he came in. Remember, it was exactly 4 years ago. He gave that famous speech where he said, "I'm going to unite the country." because after COVID and Trump's first term, people wanted the country to unite. And then what he did was sprint as far to the left as he possibly could, alienated, 51% of the country, and now the Democrats have paid a high price for this. Meanwhile, are you guys paying attention to what's happening with Trump's numbers? Trump today is more popular than he's ever been since he first started running for president. It's amazing. Even guys, my Democratic friends are saying, well, maybe Trump isn't so bad. Maybe he's going to do some good things for the economy. Look at what happened with the business confidence numbers. They soared this week, the highest increase in business confidence in 30 years. You saw what happened over Thanksgiving Day weekend with massive increase in, I think, the best Black Friday sales ever. So people are feeling very upbeat about this new administration.
And then you have people like New York Governor Kathy Hochul. I mean, she was out grocery shopping yesterday because she has this new
That's conference. I know what you're talking about.
Inflation refund check. So if you make 150, no, listen. If you're single, you make 150K or less, you get $300.
Wow.
If you're a family of four with making 300,000, you'll get a $500 check. Here she is shopping.
They will send you a check to buy your groceries for a month or whatever you want to spend it on. I say it's your money, it belongs in your pocket, and it's coming your way.
Yay. And the people are standing behind her with signs that say, show me the money, from Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, right.
Wow, it's so much money. What are you going to do with all that cash if you lived in New York? My goodness. Maybe pay for parking and lunch?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, that's so comical about that. First of all, she looked like, she was running the Price is Right, and I'll give you $500 if you do this and that. But it was really kind of sad or funny, depending on your perspective. But when she said, it's actually your money. Well, yeah, if it's our money, why do you tax it from us in the first place? I mean, that's what we've been arguing forever. New York has even higher taxes than Chicago. So that tells you how high taxes are there. But that's what caused the inflation in the first place, was passing out all this free money. And by the way, where's New York going to get the money?
Right.
New York is bankrupt. I mean, how are they going to pass out $500 to people?
Steve, hey, how you doing, Stephen? Before I get to my question, are you going to join the Trump administration this time around?
Maybe.
Break
I don't
news.
know. I'm not giving up this show though. The Dan and Amy show. I told the president, I'm happy to come on, come and work for you, but I'm not giving up Dan and Amy. I don't know. Look, I love what I do. I have a great life. I may go in for a little while or may not, but either way, I'll be a happy camper because I think big things are coming.
Yeah. Now,
right.
I know you're not a big fan of tariffs, and tariffs.
Tariffs. Yeah.
Tariffs.
Yeah.
I do
I
know.
You said Paris.
No.
I'm like, what happened?
That too, probably. But I do know that Donald Trump is a big proponent of tariffs, especially the threat of a tariff. And when you look at what happened last time we threatened China, they unleashed holy hell on us with the bubonic plague.
Right.
But what is known as COVID.
But are there any good aspects of what Trump is talking about as far as building the leverage against places like China, Mexico, Canada? Can anything good come out of his threat of the tariff?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I saw it in the first term. That's how we got NATO. Remember that none of the NATO countries were paying their dues. Remember that?
Yeah.
And Trump said, if you don't start paying your NATO dues, we're going to start hitting you with a 20% tariff. And guess what? They all ponied up. I saw it with Mexico, where Trump said, if you don't help on the border, we're not going to, you're going to pay a big hefty tariff. And guess what? They helped secure the border. People forget, under Trump, the border was secure. It was only when Biden came in that 10, 15 million illegals entered the country. And so, look, if he can use the threat of tariffs as leverage for getting other countries to do things in America's interest, I think, Amy, we talked about this last week on your show about the idea of tariffs on, Mexico and Canada if they don't keep out the illegal drugs and fentanyl, which is killing our people. But by the way, Amy, you guys, both of you, what do you think about this idea of making Canada the 51st state?
I love it.
Did you see, he's calling Trudeau the
governor.
The governor.
I know. And then Dana Perino said the other day that we're going to buy land in Canada. I'm like, what? But we can discuss that next time. We're up against the clock here.
By the way, think about how valuable land would be in Canada if they became a part of the United States.
I know.
Yeah, you can't
All
have
right,
guns.
Stephen
so
Moore,
no.
we're going to leave it there for today. Noted economist, all around a good guy, and he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer
Take care,
line.
bud.
Okay, get down in the snow.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer.
Hallelujah! Holy
On AM 560.
Where's the Tylenol?
The Answer.
This is Sean Thompson here to tell you about our 2024 Food for the Poor campaign. We've partnered with Food for the Poor once again to provide life-saving food for thousands of children and their families in Latin America and the Caribbean. We're talking about a part of the world that continues to suffer from the effects of economic destruction and decline, political corruption, instability, gangs, high prices for food. Families are forced to skip meals for days at a time because they simply can't afford to buy food. The only thing standing between these families and starvation is Food for the Poor and their partners. Food for the Poor needs your help. Right now, thanks to a generous match, for one-time gift of $100, you can provide life-saving food for 2 children for an entire year. And it helps their community to gain access to water